Hey everyone, welcome back to the Atypical Declutter Game. My name is April and you are at Atypical Life. Today is day 26, plan ahead. Alright, this one sounds really easy, but if you know that you have a life-changing event coming up, go ahead and start decluttering ahead of time. If you're getting married, having a baby, you have an elderly family member that's maybe leaving you with some sort of stuff to sort through, you're moving, do you struggle with chronic illness, are you getting older? Haha, that last one was a trick. Because the truth is, we're all getting older and we just cannot foresee all of life's obstacles. And it's even more reason to just start decluttering in advance. When that challenge or obstacle happens, you're going to have enough stress, and worrying about clutter is really only going to add to it. And every once in a while, I can think back to some decision that I made and think that was such a good decision. One of those was decluttering before I had a baby. And I don't, it wasn't that not just as you go, declutter as you go, that I talk about a lot. Decluttering, it was really intense. It was KonMari. It was a round of KonMari and a round of something else, and maybe another round. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyways, it was very intense. I was making sure that every room in my house had empty space, because I knew that once I brought in another person into the house, that that person would need space in every single room of my house. So even if maybe an elderly relative's coming to live with you, they're going to need space pretty much in every room of the house. And I decluttered a ton of books during this period, and someone I knew was a little bit concerned about me and the books especially, let's be honest. And they asked me one day and they said, "What are you going to do? Put the baby on the bookshelf?" And it's like, why would I be letting go of all of this stuff for a baby? That was that was kind of the common question. It was like, I've heard of nesting but I was getting rid of half my house. And the truth was, babies come with toys and blankets and stuffed animals and all kinds of lovely things that you can put on a bookshelf. So no, I wasn't putting my baby on the bookshelf. I was putting all of its stuff. And thank God I cleared that bookshelf, because the relief that I feel when I see my house now, at having a kiddo in the house for 6 years, and the chaos and the stuff and how overwhelmed I get, and how just sometimes I feel like the whole world is crashing down on me. I just did sort of a raw video about that the other day. It's kind of impromptu, spur of the moment, but I just wanted to share those feelings with you. But those moments when I get so low like that, I am just so thankful that I did that huge declutter, because had I not done that huge declutter, I would have all that stuff too. So moving, inheriting, downsizing, wanting to be able to travel, a growing kid, these are all things that I keep in mind when I'm decluttering, so that I can motivate myself to the absolute max of my potential to be just that much more ahead of the stress. Because when you are in the midst of all the things coming, and the stress can get out of control just so quickly, because that's the thing about your house. Your house is not the main focus ever. It's just the thing that's supposed to be in order, and you're coming and going. Your house isn't the focal point most of the time, unless you're having a party or you're enjoying a night at home. But you know what I mean? The house is just supposed to be in order, so we don't have all this time to deal with it. I don't know if that's even making sense. But anyways, I just feel like this is how every episode of Hoarders starts. And that is, I had a little mess, and then X happened. Then I had a bigger mess, and then Y happened. And I was so overwhelmed when Z happened. Now it's just completely out of my control, and there's nothing I could do about it. Isn't that pretty much the storyline for every Hoarders episode? So not trying to scare you, not trying to make you feel like you're gonna lose it. The point is to start these habits, start implementing these habits every day in preparation for life. Because life is about changing and growing, and even if you think you're going to stay exactly the same for the next 10 years, you have no idea. if you're not planning ahead and like preparing in advance and like thinking about what are the possibilities, you're making room for the possibilities in your life. So isn't that truly, so the point is, just start now. Start implementing the habits now. Start implementing the tips now. Start decluttering as you go. Start thinking ahead. Like, what's coming up? Christmas? You know, do you like, I like to declutter my living room before Christmas because, especially with a kid and new toys and, you know, all the new stuff coming in. So just think ahead. Use that as motivation because you need it. Do it now. If you can do it now, it'll be so much better in the future. I have to tell myself this. This is, you know, I struggle. If you didn't know, like from the last video, I've said it before, I'm not just here to like preach at you. This is about me working through these things as I'm like kind of telling them to you and what's working for me and what I know works for me, and I'm sharing those with you, but also reminding myself. So this is sort of a back and forth. I know, and that's just, you know, here I am. So prepare in advance. All right. Thank you guys. I hope that was a little blue, but anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you ever want to join in, it's free to go, free to join in. Here we are. All right. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to the Atypical Declutter Game. My name is April and today you are at Atypical Life. Today is day 27 and this is about chronic stress, the health problems. Ask yourself, is this item worth health problems? And I understand maybe that sounds a little bit ridiculous and a little bit dramatic maybe, but have any of you ever experienced chronic stress to the point of heart issues or anxiety so severe that you start thinking you're having heart issues? Do any of you, like me, so I'm not pointing the finger at anyone, have cortisol belly around your lower abdomen and hormonal issues? This is often a symptom of thyroid issues and other stress-related problems. There are a whole bunch of issues in our body caused by chronic stress, and many of them are serious. They may start really, really small, like slightly out of whack thyroid or a bloated belly, but these problems start to wear and tear at your body, and over time, they can cause really serious issues. Same with having too much stuff. Whether physical or mental, you gotta let yourself have that time to rest and heal and not be constantly juggling too many things around, whether it's physical or mental, like I just said. So as you're decluttering today, ask yourself, is this worth health problems? And as you're going about your task today, ask yourself, is this harming my mental health in the short term? Is it harming my mental health in the long term? And ask, sometimes, you know, we have to do things short term, but they're not long, they're not chronic. This today we're talking about chronic. And just do some assessment on your answers, on the stuff in your house and on the stuff on your to-do list. You know, stressful things for a short period of time, but we really need to focus on those stressful situations that we've committed to over long periods of time and figure out how to make them slightly less stressful. Having a home that is constantly in disarray and overcrowded with items that aren't even useful to you anymore, they're not worth long-term health consequences. Reminding myself of these things as well. But also, I think it's important to look at the flip of this. I love to look at the flip. That's my thing. Obsessing or stressing, trying to get yourself to a certain number of items or a certain aesthetic in your home is equally as hard on your body. It's the same thing. Stress is stress on the inside. So find your middle, get your home, your office, your car, wherever your place is that you can function with ease. Most of the time, get it to that level and just quit stressing. Learn relaxation techniques and coping skills and take care of that body. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Atypical Declutter Game. My name is April, and this is White Kitty, and you are at Atypical Life. The cat was happy. I decided it could stay as long as it doesn't cause too many problems. Day 28. How long has this been here? This is another question video. So pick a room that needs tidying in your house, and as you're cleaning up today, ask yourself, how long has this been here? What I've found that is if something has been sitting for just a day or two or less than a week, most likely it just needs to be put away. But if something has been out longer than that, I really need to ask a lot more questions. First, starting with, why is it here? Is it here because I was in a hurry? Or is it because it doesn't have a home? Or is it because I can't get it to its home because it's full or the path to the home is cluttered? Is it a bad habit? Am I planning on using it later? Why is this item here? Answering these questions can be so helpful to you by helping you recognize what your next step needs to be with the item. And if you have any bad habits that you need to break or cluttered areas that you need to address. Sometimes we know that we have a cluttered area or a habit, but sometimes these are hidden amongst the chaos, and these items kind of breadcrumb us and give us clues as to where we might look to solve the next problem. If you're thinking, duh, April, my house is cluttered, that's why I'm here. I know. But there's something different when you address the item in this way. Outside of its home, all alone on the table, outside of its place, it turns the thoughts around enough to change your perspective. So with just a few questions, the dishes that I can't put away on the kitchen counter become a clear strategy. Why is this here? Because it doesn't have a home. Well, why doesn't it have a home? Because it's a cup, and the cup area that I currently have is full. So do I really want to keep this cup enough to find it a home? Yes, of course. Am I willing to let go of another cup? I mean, okay, I think there's one that I can swap out. Or if no, I'm not willing to let go of any of my cups. Have I allotted enough space for cups in my life, in my house, in my family system? Are we truly using all of the ones that we have allotted space for, and we're still needing more cups in the rotation? If the answer is yes, then is there another space that I could expand for cups? Is there a category that I'm willing to cut back on if there's no extra spaces in the house? And this is just, you can apply that to anything. Go back with that. Anything that you're struggling with right now, whether it's cups or pots or clothes or shoes or whatever it might be, start there. Ask that question. Why is it here? Why is it out of place? And you will get so much insight on your situations. It's amazing. All right, guys, that's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Hope you're having a great day. Bye.